Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well. So today I'm going to be talking about the palettes that I got in the Colourpop Mystery Trio bundle. I think that's what it was called, I'm not sure, but recently I did an order to Colourpop, which I have not done in such a long time. I mean, I used to love, I still do love Colourpop, and I used to love ordering from them non-stop, but it can sometimes get a little bit expensive, especially ordering straight from America to the UK, because they don't have kind of like shipping things anymore if you pay over £60. I'm not always able to spend £60 when it comes to makeup and getting free shipping, and a lot of times it's been quite recent that Colourpop really hasn't released anything that I really wanted, but recently they did free shipping for any amount of money, which I thought was pretty damn amazing because they don't do it as often as they used to, which is quite obvious because financially it's probably not the best for them. But I picked up a couple of bits and I thought I'd show you guys. But I also got a little bundle of 3 9-pan palettes that I believe was for like $15, and I was like, you know what, I really want to see what I get. But the first two things that I got was a lip kind of duo. So this is their So Juicy plumping lip liner, and I got their glossing balm as well in the show. I got the shade Mocha Latte, and I got the shade Berry Spritz. So I'll be using these hopefully in an up and coming video when I'll be using these palettes as well, just because I have makeup on already and I filmed a video prior to this that probably will be coming out after this video, I'm not sure. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you guys that I bought this because they came as a kit and it's actually quite good value for money. I think now when you go on the Colourpop website, they have a conversion of like what country you're in. So now I see how much it costs in pounds, and so I'm kind of like, all right, I want to afford this. This is totally fine. So the 3 palettes that I got, and again, I haven't used Colourpop eyeshadow palettes in quite a while. I don't remember the last time I made a purchase was a while ago, and it's a bit shocking because they've come out with some really good collaborations recently. Like they did the Beauty and the Beast one, which Beauty and the Beast is my favorite Disney film, but I just really couldn't justify buying the collection or buying a lot more of the products. And watching some of the reviews, the palette seemed like it was okay, but nothing like too crazy. So I'm going to talk about the 3 palettes that I got. So this is in like no particular order, and normally these palettes tend to be around maybe $13-14 each. They used to be a lot more affordable back in the day, but of course inflation and life. So out of the 3 palettes, I got these ones, so I'll show you one by one. This is the Baby Got Peach palette. So actually none of these palettes I've tried before, which is pretty good. I don't tend to buy a lot of their 9-pan ones because I tend to buy a lot of their collaborations. So 9-pan ones I've had was like the Baby Grogu one and their Star Wars collections, because I'm a big Star Wars geek, so I was like, I needed to buy those. So this is the Baby Got Peach palette, and this is their pressed powder palette, and I have heard pretty decent things about this palette, but this is, I can only imagine this part of their older type of stuff because it's their plastic packaging. So when we open it, we do get a little bit of a broken shadow, but it's nothing too much. They came in these kind of bubble wrap, which is always very helpful, but a lot of times, like, you know, when I talk about my Melt Cosmetic palettes, 99% of the time I will get a broken shadow, and that's just because they're very sensitive, and just the deliveries from the other side of the world can be quite a lot. So yeah, this is the Baby Got Peach palette. It's a lot of samey shades. Like I think some of these shades I would definitely be using, so I could do a look similar to this, and that kind of glitter shade looks pretty intense. I don't tend to put glitters on my eyes just because of safety, and a lot of times they do say these are not eye safe, so I'm like, what is the point? But you know, some of these deeper tones I will definitely use. So this was the first palette that I got, which is called Baby Got Peach, and then the second palette that I got is Feeling Bubbly. So I remember when this came out, I'm pretty sure it's about a year or so ago, maybe less than that, I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure this is like a very like neutral palette. So yeah, this is one of their cardboard palettes as opposed to the kind of plastic one that we had in the previous one. So this is feeling bubbly, and again I feel like this palette is slightly similar to the other one. The pans themselves seem a little bit larger than the other one, and there's no glitter in here, so it seems like there's there's 4 shimmers and then there's 5 matte tones, so that's pretty cute. And again, most of the time no Colourpop palette will really have a mirror, so that's not always whatever, that's just whatever for me. Like, I have my own mirrors, it's fine. But I do feel like this palette is slightly similar to the one that I just got, but obviously it's less peachier tones, but it's more kind of like, I think what they're going for is like a celebratory wedding-esque. I'm married, I don't need to have a wedding palette. But yeah, it's a cute palette, and again, I think these palettes tend to go for like £14-15. I have to triple check how much the trio bundle was and just put it here, because I'm pretty sure it was like $15 or £15 or something like that. So yeah, this was the second palette that I got, which is called Feeling Bubbly. And then the last palette that I got is the Wild Child palette. I don't even remember hearing about this palette when it came out, and again, I don't know how long it's been since it's come out, because it, like, Colourpop used to bring out palettes and collections literally every other week. I don't know if they do that. I really don't think they do that anymore. Like, a lot of times they will concentrate on their big collaborations, like their Pokemon one and their Twilight one that they just came out with, and again the Beauty and the Beast one. But when it comes to these smaller ones, I really don't remember when they come out because they're so frequent. But yeah, this is another one of the kind of plastic hard one, and this palette is definitely very different compared to the other two that I have. So this is a lot more deeper tones, which I really like, because I like to kind of mix up any kind of makeup look that I have. And it's got the kind of giraffe prints. I don't know what are animals anymore, I can't remember. But yeah, this is quite similar to some of the other type of palettes, like the Lucky Penny palette that I have. It looks very similar to like this one. But yeah, this is a really cute palette. I mean, again, this, like, you know, these 3 palettes by themselves are not as affordable, but I can only imagine the reason that they've kind of done this type of bundle is to get rid of the stock, because again, they're coming out with so much stuff, and that they just needed bundles, because I know that they always do mystery boxes and stuff like that. I haven't purchased a mystery box because one of the last times that I did, it was packed of like lip products, and I can only use so many lip products. Like, their glosses are not my favorites, and some of the stuff like that I'm not the biggest fan of. But those were the 3 palettes that I got. I felt like it's pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's the worst kind of collection of palettes, seeing as these 2 are slightly similar. I know that they have their own differences to them, but again, thinking about this for what, $15, again, I will try my best to remember how much the bundle cost, but I generally thought it was pretty good. I mean, Colourpop's delivery time are pretty standard. It takes at least 2 weeks to get here, which I can't argue about because it's coming from the other side of the world. And yeah, I felt like it was fine. It could have been worse. I could have gotten like just complete palettes that I just don't really care about, but I will definitely be using some of these in up and coming videos. So let me know what you've purchased from Colourpop recently. Have you stopped buying from them because they're just quite boring or same? And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this type of video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there, and appreciate you sitting down listening to me ramble on. I will see you soon. Bye bye.